Cotter, can you please introduce yourself and the business?
My name is Cotter El Mugrabi. The company is Upgrade Remodeling based out of Yorktown, Virginia.
Awesome. Awesome. How long you guys been in business?
This is our third year.
Okay. And what are you guys on track to do revenue-wise this year?
Should be able to be around 25, 26 million.
25, 26. Awesome. And so how did you get connected with Lightningrowth initially?
So saw an actual ad, and the ad looked interesting. I filled the questionnaire online. I think it was on Facebook, actually. And then next thing, we got a call, and we had a meeting with you.
Yeah. Was there anything, I guess, what led you to sign up with us? Were you just looking for more leads, or what problem were you trying to solve?
I liked how it was put together. I felt comfortable with the way you answered the questions. I felt everything was very transparent. All hands on the table. It just made sense to give it a shot, and I'm glad that we did.
Yeah. Were you skeptical at all before joining?
You're always skeptical because there's so many companies nowadays, more than ever, and you don't know who's gonna. We're a growing company, obviously. In 2 years, to go from 0 to 25 million, so you're always skeptical. But we need the leads, so we'll try everybody and anybody, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, oh well, we'll keep looking. But the experience with Lightningrowth has been amazing.
Awesome. I love to hear it. And I know coming into the partnership, we were, you obviously were a little bit skeptical just because you're always skeptical, but what did success look like? Like, what were your goals going into working with us?
So success to us is anything under 15% all in, 15% cost of marketing. And that's really what we look for, is we want to be under that number. Obviously, the number of leads matter, the conversion matters, and so on. And I think we started together in October, Keegan.
Mm-hmm.
And since the beginning of October, we have netted with Lightningrowth right around $800,000. I think that's in a 3-month period.
Nice. Awesome. And do you know how much total spend was used to get to that 800,000?
I think the total spent was right around 60,000.
Yeah. So that puts us at, just to do some quick math, 60 divided by 800,000. It's about a 7.5%.
7.5%. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Do you happen to have like your cost per demo, your cost per lead, any of that stuff pulled up?
We do, actually. Our
Okay.
Right now, and this is not just for Lightningrowth.
Okay.
As a whole, let me pull it up for you. I got it here. So right now, our cost, for the company as an average, the cost per lead is at $89. With you guys, it's right around 46. So it's a little bit less than half. The cost per issued lead, which obviously is a huge deal, our average for the company is $898. With you guys, it's $549. And the average per sale is $5,043. With you guys, it's $3,649.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's really good. Do you have your set rate with our leads?
Yeah, set rate from raw to confirmed. I don't know if that's the number you want, but let me see. We'll give you that number. So we had 1,583 raw leads to date, and we were able to issue 300 exactly. 300 leads.
So from raw lead to issued appointment, that's about 18.95%.
Yeah, our goal is usually 20%. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. But here again, that also includes all the leads that have come through that have not been set yet. So there's a lot of leads that haven't been set. I can give you another number that I think is an eye opener, and that's on actual actual sold and installed jobs, if we go to sales efficiency by subsource, and that's from October, and there's still, here again, a lot of leads in the pipeline and so on. So this just gives you a quick
Yeah.
snap picture, if you will, out of what has been done so far. Looks like $1,490,000 in gross, about 900 in net, and most of it, about 600,000 is already completed and paid. The NSLI, the net dollars per lead issued with Lightningrowth, is $3,478. So every lead that is issued, that is a Lightningrowth lead, brings in $3,478. And the NSLI is an extremely important number. That's the true return on investment number. The other number I look at is called NCP, net closing percent. So in your case, Lightningrowth, it's right at 11%. Goal is 12%. So we're very close.
Yeah. Net NCP, is that close per issued lead?
That's net close percentage per issued lead. That's correct.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. So you guys are at about 300 issued leads to date with about 80,000 spend total. So that puts your cost per issued lead at about $267.
Correct.
Okay. And are you typically demoing about 80%? Is that what you're seeing? 80% demo rate?
Right at, I'll tell you right now, we're at exactly at 81%.
Okay. So then we are at a cost per demo of about $329 so far. That's solid.
Yep.
Okay. And what's your goal cost per demo typically?
I'd like to be under 400.
Okay.
I'm okay with being under 400. So
yeah. Well, I think that also speaks to your team too. I mean, you guys are doing a great job taking those leads from set to issue to demo to sale. Like, you make our job a lot easier when you have solid systems like you guys.
Well, we just added, we literally doubled our sales staff just this past month,
Wow.
in the last 3-4 weeks. So even with those numbers, I'm looking for a lot more growth once some of these new people hit the road and become a little bit more senior reps, if you will, once they get their feet wet. So we went from 18 salespeople to right now we're at 28 salespeople, and we're shooting to be at 40 salespeople by the end of February.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that, and you guys have really, the sales is just the biggest issue. You have the capacity. Well, you have the capacity in marketing. You have the capacity in production and in the other areas of the business.
So the production is right on 6 weeks turn. So we're able to get most jobs installed, completed, and paid between 4 to 6 weeks, depending on what the product is. As far as the sales capacity versus the marketing capacity, it changes by territory. So in West Virginia, we have a higher marketing capacity than we do sales capacity. So that's where we're focusing on increasing the sales capacity in West Virginia. In the state of Virginia, here again, it depends on the area. Tidewater, our sales capacity is higher than our marketing capacity. That's why we added you guys on, because we needed to increase our marketing capacity there. Next is going to be the busiest area in the state of Virginia, which is Northern Virginia. So we'll be talking soon about adding spend in that area and adding capacity in that area.
Yeah, no, I know we just launched our campaign, about $3,000 a month in the Northern Virginia area. And so far, just to share with you, since we've launched that campaign, that was a little less than a month ago, we have spent total ad spend about $1,910. We've generated 123 raw leads. Average cost per lead is $15.53.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's really incredible. And when you take that cost per raw lead, that the average between all the other lead aggregators is at $89. So it's a huge difference. The question is always, how do we do more of what works?
Right.
And that's really the key question. Once our sales capacity is where it needs to be in Northern Virginia will definitely increase the spend there. We're looking at some different opportunities with jacuzzi in the local Virginia area. So we'll be looking at doing some things there. I'm waiting for about a month or so, like I said, till these new reps hit the ground running and start putting some numbers on the board. And I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, no, that's super exciting. That's very exciting. So just to make sure we're on the same page with the numbers, then you said 1.04 million in gross sales. Is that correct?
That's net.
Oh, net sales was 1.04.
Correct.
What's gross?
Gross is 1.490.
Okay, so about 1.5 million in gross, and then just over $1 million in net.
Correct.
Okay.
And there is still some in pending. These are new sales that just came in. There's 200,000, 220,000 in pending. Usually you're going to get about 65% of that. So I think altogether, and again, this has to do with a lot more things than just what you do and what we do as far as sales. This has to do with the banks buying paper and so on. And it seems in the last 2 months, the banks are starting to get looser. We're adding more deeper buyers. So the conversion right now between gross to net is right at 72%.
Okay. So then the cost of marketing is actually a little bit better then. So you're at $1.4 million basically in net revenue off of an $80,000 spend, correct?
Provided that the rest of the pending business goes in.
Oh, that's if the pending business goes in. Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we're at actual net revenue already collected, not pending. It's about 800,000, and then another potential 200,000 in pending.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Cool. Awesome. That is great to hear. And what would you say you like about working with us? What's the best part besides the numbers, or is it just the numbers?
Well, I think the truth is that all of us are super busy in this business, and the less work you have to do with somebody, the better. Honestly, and that's really what happened with you guys. You guys were more plug and play. It was a seamless onboarding. Once everything was agreed on, which took, I think, 2 meetings, Keegan, maybe. I don't know if it was, and then we integrated with Lead Perfection, and you guys hit the ground running. And I mean, I'll tell you this is truly what happened. My CMO and my call center manager came and said, "Where the hell did you find these people?" I was like, "I saw them on Facebook." But so you just, I mean, it is a success story for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Have you worked with other marketing agencies or specifically like lead gen services from Meta in the past? What was your experience like, if so?
Well, we did work with one that we actually had them call you. And I told them, I said, we're spending this much with you, this much with Lightningrowth. And I shared the numbers with him of what we were getting return on investment with him and return on investment with you. And he said, "What do you think I should do?" I said, "Call them, see what the hell they're doing." Maybe, and he told me that he did.
Yeah.
I said, "I don't know if they're going to give you all their secrets, but I would ask them questions and see maybe, because he's like everybody else trying to make the best he can."
Yeah.
But his numbers have always been okay. But when I shared your numbers with him, he was like, I said, "Just call them and find out. Maybe they can give you some pointers." So the answer to your question, the short answer, is that we were not getting from Meta what we're getting from Meta with you, for sure.
Yeah.
And we've been with this other company for, God knows, at least 1.5 years. So.
Okay. I mean, I have an idea why, but what are your thoughts? Why do you think we've been more successful than your other, Meta lead gen services?
I think the ads are professional. They're sharp. They're quick. Right to the point. You're not marketing for prospects. You're marketing for people that want to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's your biggest key here. Where a lot of companies are marketing for what I call suspects or prospects.
Mm.
You're marketing for customers that are ready to do business, and the ad says it right out there. We're only looking for 5, on, and it beats that point home. When we get the calls or when we make the calls, one of the first questions they ask us is, "Am I one of the first 5?" It's like, it's perfect. It works.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that speaks to one of the reasons you guys are so successful is you keep that congruency from marketing to your call center to sales.
100%.
Like I believe Sal was telling me that you put the ads up in front of the whole sales team. It was like, look, this is what these leads are responding to. This is what they're seeing. You need to continue this when you get in the home. And really, I think that's what makes our most successful clients from our least successful clients is that our most successful clients keep that congruency and they're not just forgetting about the offer, but they keep telling the story all the way through to the end of the sales process.
What we preach is the last words from the marketer's name, the last words from the marketer's mouth should be the first words from the salesman's mouth. The last words from the salesman's mouth should be the first words from the installer's mouth. And if you have that continuity, then the customer believes that, hey, the right hand knows what the left hand is doing. And if you look at some of our reviews, that's what they say. They say what the salesperson told us is exactly what the caller told us, is exactly what the installer told us. So you have this continuity. And the reason is because it's not a lie, because it's the truth. So it's much easier when you're telling the truth to continue the story. And that's where you get, our customer satisfaction right now is 4.8 stars out of 5, which is very hard in this business to get. But I believe that's the reason is it's a whole circle. And as long as the circle is not broken, it's a success story, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, you guys, I just looked it up on my end, 4.8 stars on Google out of 83 reviews, and you guys are growing. You've grown to 26 million in 3 years. Like, that's crazy to have that level of.
It'll be 3 years in
control.
September. It's not 3 years yet. It's 2 years, 2 years and 4 months, I believe, 5 months.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Well, if you had to sum up your experience working with Lightningrowth in one word or phrase, what would it be?
I'm just going to give you one word: easy. You guys make it easy. There is no jumping through hoops. There is no pulling hair. Get on, get it done. The leads start coming, the sales start coming, and we keep it moving. So the one word I'll give you is easy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, has the success that we've had these first couple months, these first 4 months, has that changed your priorities or confidence going into 2026?
I mean, we budgeted on you guys. We budgeted that. Again, this is all the different marketing companies that we deal with. We put in that we will be able to perform the same throughout the year. The budget was around, what we did with you, we did it in literally 3 months. So I think out of the 26 million, 4 to 5 million will be coming out of Lightningrowth.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense. Well, if you had to talk to someone who is on the fence about working with Lightningrowth, whether they're an owner or a marketing director, and they're just not sure if it's the right move for them, what would you say to them?
Well, I mean, based on our success with you guys, I would say jump in. There is a lot of skepticism in this business for sure, because there's a lot of people that don't know what they're doing in it. I mean, it's just the way it is. But my suggestion would be try them out. These guys are the real deal. The ads are very professional. They definitely work. They bring in the business. And once you try them and you see, you won't go back. You'll keep on going, because we have no intentions but to keep spending more money with you guys, because we know we're getting the ROI.
Yeah. Well, Connor, I want to say thank you, not just for working with us and being one of our best clients, but also just for the help that you've given me in the business, referring me to Dominic, connecting me with Southwest Style out in New Mexico. Like, those have been great clients for us. We've been able to help them a lot. So I appreciate you thinking of us and helping us out too.